The greatest source of quality sales leads. If you watch this video to the end, I'll not only tell you where this source is, but I'll also show you how to solve the problem that's keeping these leads out of your hands. And then I'm going to show you how to crush your competition regardless of how big they are. Pretty big claim. Pay attention and you'll learn. Right now, your company has a buyer's journey. Prospects are in market and then they're on your website. They're in your funnel. They're keyword searching, they're consuming content, they're navigating websites, including your own. A long sales cycle, a complex sale requires research, multiple people at a company even researching. Prospects have to go through this process. Now, this might not be your exact buyer's journey, but you and I both know that there are prospects at companies you only could wish to get on the phone right now, doing all the research, all of the investigative work necessary to make a smart buying decision, right? So they're researching their problem, getting their arms around how big that is, then they're looking at their solution options. That's better than half the period of time in your sales cycle. By the time they get onto your website to consider you because they think one of your solutions can help them or your single solution can help them, it's almost over. As a matter of fact, according to Forrester, 68% of the B2B buying cycle is completely anonymous before they ever speak to you. So think about that. 68%. Now, you and I both know that if you knew the name of the person that's in market, the name of the person on your website, and we're not talking about IPs and we're not talking about giving you the company name, I'm talking about the name of the individual, the name of the person, that your sales staff would be incredibly efficient. That's your problem. And it's also your opportunity. Right now, buyer's journeys are anonymous. It's a strategic inflection point. Technology has changed all of this. A strategic inflection point is a time in a life in your business when the fundamentals change. You're at a crossroads. Now, do you go left and stay the course on what you're currently doing and dealing anonymously and waiting till almost 70% of the sales process is completed before someone even talks to you? Would you want your competitor controlling the perspective on the problem, controlling the perspective on the buying criteria, what value needs to be purchased before you even get a chance to physically speak to them? That's not a business plan. That's not a strategy. Or you could take the other fork in the road and you could start to leverage the technology. So think of it like this. Why should you take that strategic change and put it to your advantage? When you look at your marketplace, all you see is nameless and faceless, and you throw a dart in the dark. Yeah, you're using firmographics. This list contains people that should be interested in what you sell, but you don't know who to target. You don't know why you're picking up the phone to call them or email them or what to talk to them about. When you have identity resolution, it goes from this to this. You know exactly who's in the buyer's journey, what they're doing, when they started, and what they're continuing to do, no matter how big or how long your buyer's journey is. And what this does is it eliminates all of that dead wood. It eliminates all of those prospects who are just not ready for picking. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't advertise to them or shouldn't market to them. You should. But what you're going to do is eventually turn them into green. And you're going to fill your pipeline up much faster and much fatter. You're not going to burn your sales staff out, and you're only going to talk to prospects that are actively pursuing a purchase of what you sell. There's a difference between me talking you into starting a buyer's journey and you already finding somebody who's already started that. That means that they woke up one morning and decided to buy what you sell. That's a lot more powerful. That's a lot more marketing momentum. What it allows you to do is target that prospect anywhere they go. Now, I know you would never run an ad at Pinterest. I put that on there just to show you what's possible. Okay? You can add TV and radio. That's not on here now. Because you own and control the name of the person. You could target them any way you want, online, offline. You could physically go to their office. You can identify every person at that person's company, right? And do account based marketing on a level that you've never done before. Because now you know who. And when you know their name, when you know exactly who the person is, sky's the limit. Because Bob woke up one day, or his company woke up one day, and decided to buy what you sell, or to at least consider your company as an option. Right? Bob's not a cold lead that you're going to have to warm up. Bob's a warm lead that is already pursuing you actively, researching, keyword research, URL level navigation, content consumption. And what that enables you to do is close more sales. What that enables you to do is get up every morning and know your best use of your resources for profits. Know which prospects are the greatest probability of profits. And how we're able to do that is we own an identity graph. Now, I'd like to talk to you, and I'm more than happy to walk you through how we use an identity graph and how this came to be. But I'll leave it at this. Right now, we have the ability to track 200 plus million people wherever they go on the internet with regards to the keywords that you search, the content that they consume when they're in market, actively pursuing a purchase of what you sell. And if you put our code on your website, we'll also be able to do it there. Okay? And we'll get into greater detail when we speak. And if we speak, I make you two promises. One, if we're on that phone longer than 10 minutes, it's because you want me to be. And number two, I absolutely guarantee you I'm going to educate you. I'm going to show you how this foundational change is a huge opportunity for your business. And don't sweat the price. It's not as expensive as you think. Have a good day.